These kids were helping us. Andy, please. Tails. Go ahead. Good. Tails. You won. Picture, please. Picture.
Yes. Well, just about to get underway for the second of the men's semis here in Brisbane.
Ready? Play. Fifteen left.
A little cooler and more overcast here in Brisbane today.
15 all.
Had really high temperatures throughout the week, in the 30s. Today only 27, and been the odd little mist of shower rain around. Won't affect us here, of course. We've got the roof over Pat Rafter Arena, but slightly heavier conditions out on court.
He lost the point, but Murray, you can see there how quick he is around the court. Excellent get, and now he's recovered to make a second attempt. You'd expect to make that defensive lob more often than not.
$40-15. Yeah,
comfortable start in the opening game for Kei Nishikori. He leads 1-love.
First game. Andy Murray to serve.
Well, that's what he's got to do. He's got a nice start to get it going today against Murray.
Love 15.
Nishikori moved to Bollettieri's Tennis Academy when he was 14 years of age, and at that particular time he couldn't speak a word of English. So a big move for him, commitment. Paid dividends though, and he still stays over that way. Lives in Bradenton in Florida.
His first roommate there was Brad Gilbert's son. I wonder if he chats as much as Brad does.
Well, that'll help. That'll help you
learn your English.
Yeah, it certainly will. Brad coached him for a short period too.
2011, I think.
Okay, a couple of break points for Nishikori. Bit of luck.
15-14.
Mixes up his speed a lot on serve, Murray. He throws in sliders, trying to move the ball. That one just catching the edge of the line. When necessary now, he can really get in and clock it. That one at 2:07 down the tee.
Game, Nishikori.
And that's a shocker of a second serve, and it's a break for Nishikori.
Nishikori leads.
I think it's a break of a racket as well. Yep. I think he was going to change it, so...
Well, I'm interested to see if he's going to get a time violation as well from the umpire.
Well, we had a really interesting incident in the last match, and we know they've been hard on the new rule change, but in a vital stage of that first semi-final in the third set tiebreaker, Marcus Baghdatis had a time warning and then was penalised with loss of first serve for a second warning. So, and it rattled him too. He lost 2 quick points after that.
Love 15.
I need to put in another quick order just for a few extra bats to be flown in for Melbourne. Although you'll find that when all the players get into the Grand Slam tournaments, a couple of sloppy backhands from Kei Nishikori, all the manufacturers are there to give the new product for the new big tournament. So they'll go with the new clothing lines and if there's new cosmetics on frames and so on. So no lack of product when you get to the slam level.
It's the backhand that Nishikori hits so well. It's, I think, in my opinion, better than the forehand. Really can generate a lot of racket head speed, gets good spin, good control. Well, I don't think Andy Murray's going to enjoy that. He was really jerked around the court there initially from two really good backhands from Nishikori, who probably should have come in after one of them, but then came up with a really deft drop shot. So Andy Murray may get his heckles up and get a little bit more motivated.
Playing pretty quick for Murray. He seems he's agitated. Just take a look at that. Kei Nishikori just shaking his arm out, giving it a bit of a massage. And in his opening match against Marinko Matosevic, he called the trainer on, got some really deep therapy massage into that.
Correction was good.
Oh, and
Mr. Murray is turning the call on the right near sideline. Ball was called in.
He's in a cranky frame of mind. He was walking to the sit down then, Andy Murray. Then he's challenged. He's caught the line. We'll talk more about the elbow when we come back, because Nishikori is ahead 3-love in the opening set.
Nishikori leads 3 games. Mr. Murray has 2 challenges remaining. Sit quickly, please. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Time.
This is the service action of Kei Nishikori. And we're just talking about his elbow issue that he had. Back in 2009, he underwent right elbow surgery and was out for a significant...
Close the door, please, ball girl. Thank you.
Significant portion of time from August through to April 2010. So no doubt that area still at times is a little tender, and he makes sure he takes care of it. Those joint injuries, Jeff, are very hard to really get over. I had golfer's elbow during my career, and even now it still seems to come back and bother me occasionally.
Well, especially when you put the hours on court that Nishikori does. He's a terrific worker, hits thousands and thousands of balls, so never gets a rest.
Third left. Left for service. Fourth left. Forty 15.
Murray just chastising the umpire. I'm not quite sure what about.
Yeah, Murray.
Murray letting it rip off the backhand, and he's finally on the board. 3-1.
Nishikori leads 3-1.
Stayed down beautifully through that backhand. Didn't come out of the shot till the ball was well and truly on its way.
Love 15.
In some ways, Jeff, they play very similar game style, but obviously Murray's got that little extra that he can go up in weight of shot, and probably physically that bigger, stronger specimen as well. He can absorb anything that Nishikori is going to throw at him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think really the only significant difference is that Murray, when he really gets going, has the ability to get free points off serve that Nishikori just doesn't have, and that makes life so much easier for Murray. Nishikori, much smaller of stature, and only came up with 130-odd aces last year. Not too many as far as the men's tour goes. Top servers, the very top servers, serve 1,000.
Fifteen 13. 30 off.
Body language is not good, is
No,
it?
it's not exuberant, is
no.
it?
And
And
can't
it's
afford to do that.
Big sigh there from Lendl, as if to say, "Come on, mate, pick it up."
Yeah, Nishikori's too good a player and too tough a competitor to give him too much of a head start.
The last two service games, Murray's had love 30 and been able to, or not been able to build any pressure from there on in. So, Nishikori holds serve and he's still up a break. It's 4-1 in the first set.
Nishikori leads 4 games to 1. It's quickly, please. Thank you. Time.
Great extension on the serve from Kei Nishikori, and he's off to a good start here. 4-1 in the first set against the defending champion, Andy Murray.
Fifteen left.
Quick match today. Usually Murray getting through the points quicker than he normally does. Is only 16 minutes old and we're into the 6th game.
Thirty, 15.
Double unforced errors at the moment. Murray 8, Nishikori 4. So it's been a bit of an ordinary start from Murray. Looks as if he's trying to find top gear now, though.
You're right with that. He's trying to assert himself. And much better service game from Murray for 4-2.
Nishikori leads 4 games to 2. Love 15. 15-all.
That's good stuff from Nishikori. Murray not certain about that, but I think Murray's got to start doing more on the Nishikori second serve. That last one was 116 k's an hour, and Murray didn't do anything with it. And Nishikori's first serve percentage not great either, so he's having opportunities, Murray, to be more proactive on the second serve. He's got another chance here. Let's see if he steps up, does a little bit more.
Oh, Nishikori putting his hands out. So you've got to do more with the volley than that. He was lucky to get away with it.
He was lucky. He hit a better second serve. He played. Look at that. That's just a. There was no open racket face, no punishment, no slide. That was pretty ordinary volley. Very fortunate.
Gee, that slice stayed low. Really dug into the court.
30-all.
I think Murray did try to do what you talked about, Jeff, jump on that next second serve, but it was a much bigger second from Nishikori, so he's mixing up the speeds well. Yeah, not good enough, that approach. Sat up, went with the top spin forehand, dropped it short. Murray could have ripped it either way, so he gets a chance for the break back.
30-14.
Does so. Nishikori gives up the break. We're on serve first set, 4-3.
Nishikori leads 4 games to 3.
Came in on.
Time.
Andy Murray just going up a notch or two in the last game. Kai Nishikori trying to force the play, but Jeff Masters coming in on a couple of approach shots that were almost suicidal.
Yeah, against players of this calibre, you've got to be very good with the approach shots. Otherwise, don't bother.
Love. Third love.
Just from time to time, Murray seems to just get his body weight ahead of the ball on the second serve, and that one again here just didn't have a lot on it. It was in the middle of the box, and even though he was a bit fortunate with a net cord, he was going after the second serve because it really did deserve to be hit.
40-15.
And then he comes up with a beautifully rhythmic delivery such as that.
Yeah, Murray.
So Murray holds comfortably and he levels the first set at 4-all.
4 games.
Rather a disappointing draw there in Sydney, in a way, to have your two best players of Australia, Bernard Tomic and Marinko Matosevic, coming up against each other.
Love 15.
Well, he's gone up 2 gears, I think, now, Todd Murray. He was a little lethargic in attitude perhaps early, and Nishikori took toll.
Just watch here, though, Nishikori not going after that ball with the usual exuberance of speed that he does. So that knee, I think, playing a bit of a part in this match for him. Looks like he's protecting it just slightly.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. He had treatment in his match yesterday against Dolgopolov, and after the treatment, it was similar. He moved well, but if he thought it was really at end range and was going to have to get into overdrive, he chose not to.
Taping, it looks like just trying to keep the kneecap in a particular position. And Murray jumps on the second serve, as you suggested, Jeff.
Love 40.
And he's got 3 break points.
Well, Murray was the best player in the world last year as far as success against second serves, so this was always going to be a tough assignment for Nishikori. It's a much better volley than we saw from Nishikori earlier. Gave that a little extra speed. Hurried Murray.
Oh, bad luck.
30-14.
Yeah, that was good. That first step, 2 steps, extraordinary, isn't it?
It's the equal of any world-class sprinter. You know, the first steps need to be long and powerful, and he does that exceptionally well.
Super Murray from both players, but it's Murray does the hard work and he gets the break. He'll serve for the set at 5-4.
Murray leads 5 games to 4. Time.
Pump of the fists from Andy Murray as he secured the break. Coming out now to serve for the first set at 5-4. And gee, during that last point where he got the break, Jeff, Nishikori threw absolutely everything at him. He hit about 6 balls that would have won the point against most players, but Murray absorbed so much.
Yeah, you're right. He either would have won the point or set the point up, but Murray got there quickly enough to turn defence into offence. Wonderful mobility. From 4-1 down, Murray, he's a different player as far as his intensity is concerned, and just showed us, or showing us why he's the current US Open champion, and of course Olympic gold medalist and holder of this title here in Brisbane.
Well, it was a consistent year last year in the slams. Semis in Australia, quarters at the French, finally got to a Wimbledon final, and gee, was only a point close, or two away from nearly being up 2-0 against Federer. Didn't win that, of course, but won the Olympics a couple of weeks later, and then the US Open champion. Somewhat surprisingly, though, he only won the 3 tournaments for the season. And went off after Australia. He had a bad patch between then and really Wimbledon, you could say. Quarters of the French. He was expected to be in the semis with his seeding. Lost to Ferrer there. Nishikori looking
40-15.
How would you describe him? A little subdued after having that 4-1 lead. 2-set points now for Murray. And he needs the one big serve in. 2-12, that one from Murray. Takes the opening set, 6-4.
6-4.
If Nishikori plays him, he doesn't.
David.
Sorry. Sorry, drink in the back. What is it? This pain of burning. Today at 10. I don't know how much. Is it okay to take?
Yeah, it's fine to take. I'll leave it here for you.
I agree with you, Fitzy. He yesterday, I think you and I were together when he was playing Dolgopolov, and that issue came to the fore. And it seemed to me in yesterday's match he struggled, and it's not going to get better overnight. So signs not good.
He looks so he's not going to give up on us. So I thought he was putting his hat on to get ready to go back out on court. Just a bit of stretching now. Keep trying to loosen the area up.
But it's part and parcel, isn't it, of the way the smaller man has to play these days. If he can't get free points off the first serve, he's got so much work to do, and it takes a toll on your body.
Well, his movement, Jeff, is so crucial. You know, we've talked about it a little bit. You know, the bigger athlete against the smaller one, the heavyweight against the featherweight, and it's a bit what this scenario is. And if their movement is not lightning as a sub-6 footer these days, then they're pushing uphill. But look, it looks like he's going to come back out on the court, but his facial expressions and his lack of acceleration a couple of times really worries me.
Time. Second set.
Well, the good news is he's going to give it a go. So Nishikori serving to start the second.
Net for service.
Well, it might cause him to stand and deliver, or try to stand and deliver a little bit more, and try to take charge of the points as quickly as possible.
Well, the interesting part is that he's played 2 events here this week. He's played the doubles as well. He's in the draw in the semi-final, still to be played today after suitable rest from this match. He's playing with Grigor Dimitrov, who is into the final.
Mr. Murray is trying to call on the right far sideline. Ball was called in.
Dimitrov taking out Marcus Baghdatis in a great match, 7-6 in the third prior to this semi.
Call overturned, 15-30.
Too good. Jumped on that second serve, Murray.
15-40.
And trouble already for Nishikori in the second.
Yeah, Murray.
And there's the break. So Murray well on top. He trailed 4-1 in the first.
First game, second set.
And after that, Jeff, there were plenty of highlights off his racket.
Yeah, he got away to a good start, Nishikori, but to be fair, Murray was a little bit lethargic, but when he got into stride, Murray, he showed why he's a Grand Slam singles champion. And the movement around the court from Murray always so good, able to turn defence into offence, and shows the ability to just add a little extra pace to the ball when he needs it. And it looks as if he's pretty much in control here. Up a set and a break.
Let's for service.
Help!
15 left.
It's got to be very disheartening for Nishikori from every sense. The major.
Psychologically, it's really disheartening because the 2 times they've played before, he's been smashed when he was fully fit as well.
Yep.
Australian.
Help! 40 left. Game. Murray.
I think, he's done. Shake of the head from Nishikori, and unfortunately...
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nishikori is forced to retire with a knee injury. Murray won 6-4 to love retirement.
Well, there you have the confirmation from the umpire. Kei Nishikori, disappointment for him. I think he's going to have enough time to be able to get some good treatment on that and get himself prepared for the Australian Open, Jeff. He's not in any of the draws.